Guys, let me tell you something for free about content creation. Ne? One thing about recording a video, everything will go wrong. You'll find that a window's open. Right now, the birds started singing. Just to prove what I've just said, the birds just started going at it. I'm not sure if you can hear that. Hopefully, you can't. And the sound is muted. Birds will start singing. You'll forget that you left something on the stove. You'll get a phone call if you're using your phone. Your nose will start itching. Every single thing will happen as you're about to record a video. If you are a content creator and you can relate, please let me know. It doesn't happen every single time, but most times. Anyway, welcome to 2024. Boo, 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 boo. Guys, welcome back to another video, and thank you so much for joining me yet again. If you are new here and it's your first time, and on this channel we chat about all things related to managing your money and adulting in general. So if that sounds like your type of vibe, please make sure that you check out our other content. And if you like what you see, don't hesitate, smash that subscribe button and become a member of the team. Guys, this is 2024. We made it. We made it, okay? Regardless of what happened, who did what didn't work, hey. The point is, we have been blessed with another opportunity to try again, and nothing beats that. So long as we are alive, so that long as we are able, we still have breath, we can still try again, and that's the most important thing. And for me, that's what gets me excited about the new year. It's the fact that we have another opportunity. Not necessarily the goals part, but we will get into that, right? I just wanted to say welcome to the new year, ease into things and give you a warm welcome before the year runs away with us and before we start having other conversations. A big shout out to all the subscribers who have been supporting the content while I was on break. Guys, I appreciate you so much. When I was checking the analytics the other day, I realized that in as much as our growth is slow and steady, which I don't mind, something that we do have is people not unsubscribing. Like, people do not unsubscribe from the channel. Once you are in and you stay. And I really appreciate that, because when I thought about it, a person who decides to subscribe, or a person who decides to not subscribe rather, do so for their own reasons, and you can't really force them. They don't see a need. But a person who does consume the content and decide to smash the subscribe button and make that commitment, it's important to me that that individual finds the content valuable, finds it useful, and returns for more, watches more videos, etc. That's really what's most important to me. So we hardly get people unsubscribing. Guys, I'm not saying unsubscribe. Okay? Like, I'm not telling you to unsubscribe. By saying this, I'm not jinxing myself, but you guys don't unsubscribe. Once you're in, and I really, really appreciate that. And I appreciate the fact that even when I'm away and I'm resting, you guys will consume the content, you'll watch the other videos, and you'll engage. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the commitment, and I appreciate, most importantly, the engagement, okay? So now that we've done the 2024 New Year formalities, what's this video about? I wanted to reflect on the 2023 year and also speak about some of the plans that I have for the 2024 year, or lack thereof. And what I've just said right now is going to make sense later on in the video, but that's what I wanted us to chat about. 2023 was one of the best years for myself as an individual. I was really, really intentional about working on myself and working on the things that I have been wanting to change for a long time now, but haven't managed to. I gave a lot of time and effort to that. And I was really kind to myself. I think I realized the other day when I was reflecting while I was away that I was really kinder to myself in 2023, because I gave myself small, special gestures. I was patient with myself. I tried to understand myself and how I was feeling a bit better. And I'm really proud of that because that's not an avenue that I usually go into. That's not my thing, if I can put it that way. You guys know what my personality is like. I'm very analytical, I'm very detailed, but I've just been challenging myself in the past few years to like try and look at other spaces, try and look at other things a bit differently and explore parts of myself that I don't normally do on a daily basis or that don't come naturally. So I started that in 2022. It worked really well for me. And in 2023, I dived a bit deeper. And again, it just showed such growth and progress and things that I am proud of. And those are not things that are tangible in terms of goals, like physical things that I bought. I bought things, yes, and I did that. But I think my greatest pride is in the work that I did on myself that had great impact on those around me. I think that's probably my greatest highlight. And what else am I proud of in 2020, in 2023? I did do a mid-year check-in video and I did a mid-year check-in video and I did eight bad habits that I managed to conquer in 2023. And I feel like in those two videos, I really went in depth in terms of what exactly did I do that will speak to what I've just said now. So if you haven't watched those videos, please do. And if you have, then you will understand what I mean when I reflect on 2023. For me, it was a very intentional year. It was a very graceful year. It was a very kind year to myself, and hopefully that also impacted those around me. And yeah, man, I smashed those goals. I ticked those things off, especially when it comes to my vision board and stuff. But I think most importantly, the work that was done internally is what I'm taking into 2024 as one of my biggest prides. Let me know, please pause the video if you're watching it and let me know how you found 2023 when you reflected, if you have reflected, and if you haven't, anything that comes to mind in terms of what you are proud of the most when it comes to 2023. It can be something that's tangible, something that you can hold, touch, and feel. It can be something that's intangible, like what I've mentioned now, but what are you most proud of? And what are some of the takeaways that you got out of your reflection time? I know I'm assuming that everybody reflected, and that's not the case. But if you did, what were some of your takeaways, and what are you bringing into 2024? I'd really love to know in the comment section. Okay, and then for 2024, what are some of my plans? So this year, I actually posted on my community page and on my Instagram as well a caption that I had, and I think that caption really speaks to where I'm at and where my mind is at for this year. And that caption was, I really hope that I quoted correctly because I wrote it, but it said, deep breaths, baby steps. And that's what this year is about. It's about deep breaths and baby steps. That's what we're taking into this year. And asi lui as force, which is the most important thing. And what that means is that we are not fighting and we are not forcing things. I think when I wrote that, I just had in the back of my head that most of my life has been a mountain climbing exercise, a very rapid, heavy mountain climbing exercise. And it's worked, guys. That's why, like, I don't want you to, I want you to hear what I'm saying, but I don't want you to necessarily replicate what I'm saying into your life and apply it if it doesn't make sense. Because what I used to do, like, worked for me very well. And I've got a lot of things and accomplishments to show for that. But it's always been a mountain climbing exercise, the next task, the next hustle. What am I starting next? What am I doing next? What am I changing? Which habit am I picking up? And I think that's been all good and well. But this year, I just want a slow and steady year. I want to take things slow. I want stability. I want balance in my life. And I don't want to force things. I don't want to fight for things. I don't want to break a sweat. I really want ease. And that's what I want in 2024. And it doesn't mean I'm going to do anything fundamentally differently. But I think whenever I've got an inkling to fight or to force things or to do things that go against how I'm feeling or that go against my, man, that deep inner voice in you that speaks to you, whatever you refer that to, or whatever you use to describe that in your context and what you believe in. But I want to listen to my inner voice. I want to take things slow. I'm a very like, what's next? What are we conquering next? You know, what are we doing next? Which item are we striking off? And that's actually one of the reasons why I moved away from my usual goal setting method. In 2022, I used to write down, or in 2022 and the years before that, I used to write down all my goals for the year. Then I break them down into monthly, and then I break them down into weekly and what I need to do. And it was very task based, right? And very tick box exercise. And what I found is that although that does get the job done, you become very tired in the process. And it also steals, how do I explain this? It also takes away from what you could accomplish if you were more free, if you allowed yourself to think outside of the box, to think outside of the constraints that you've placed for yourself. Like I said, that method worked for me and it's helped me with accomplishing a lot in my life. But I feel like that then became everything that I am, and I wasn't able to explore beyond the lines and out of the box in most times, and I played it very safe. So I decided that in 2023 I'm going to have a vision board, and I felt like a vision board was a bit more creative and it allowed me more space, more breathing space, and more flexibility in what I wanted to achieve. So because it was an image and it wasn't necessarily month task based, week task based, I feel like I could think outside the box a bit more. And I really enjoyed that. I shared my vision board with you guys on the channel. And I also shared my mid-year check-in in terms of how I'm doing with the vision board. So you're welcome to check out those conversations. And going into this year, I am going to have a vision board list and goal list 2024. And you're probably thinking, Ivo, like the whole president of financial literacy, money and adulting is going to have no vision board and no goals at all. What is happening? Is this a shutdown? It's not a shutdown, but it's more a new year, old me type of vibe, because there are so many things that I would like to do better at. And there are so many things that I had, scratched away when a new year started and focused on other things that are more fresh, that are more new. You know how excited we get when it's a new year, right? We're just like, new year, new body goals, new hair, big chop, or like new career, or all of those things. And we just leave whatever we felt very passionately about in the previous year. And we now feel like if we haven't accomplished that, maybe it wasn't meant to be. And we're just going to scrap it out and we're going to start with something new and fresh. For me, I don't want to do that this year. I feel like there's a lot of things that I have been meaning to do that I have started and would love to make great progress on. There's a lot of things that are almost like aching at the back of my head, but I haven't executed them. And every year there's this desire to now scratch that out and throw it away and start with something more fresh and more relevant and new. And I just I don't want to go there, I don't want to go there. Does it mean that I don't have aspirations and hopes and dreams for this year? Definitely not. I do. If anything, I think I'm more serious about those goals and aspirations and dreams. And that's why I don't want to, I don't want to I don't want to take them off the board. I don't want to take them off the list. I actually want to move with them. I want to hold on to the things that I have believed and strongly believe in and take them into the new year. I want to finish off unfinished goals. I want to work on old goals that I had buried but were really important to me and that were aching me. And I'm fine with not adding anything new until those things come to fruition. So that's why I don't have any goals this year, guys. I honestly don't have any new goals. Again, this is not a lazy, oh, I don't want to do anything, I want to be sluggish. There's already like things that I have. You will not believe what I'm about to tell you. For some reason, the universe does not want this video to go out, and I don't know why. I firstly struggled to start recording, like you'll see in the beginning of the video. And now I realized at 15 minutes that there's no audio for the rest of the video, which is about 10 minutes more. And I had to come back here and record again to finish that video. And the funny thing is, I had recorded another video after that, which was a story time, and it has no audio because the little mic that I'm using died. The battery died. I haven't charged it. So, for content creation, guys, please respect content creators and give them their flowers because wow. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, I was saying that me taking this route that I'm taking is not because I'm lazy or I want things to be easier for myself. And I realize that it might come across, excuse me, as if I don't want to do anything this year. I want to be complacent. I'm going to be super chilled and all of that stuff, but that's not true. In fact, there are things that are already in motion that I'm really excited about. I think the difference is just that I'm not going to force things and I'm not going to, stretch myself beyond my comfort. And there's certain instances where I will intentionally stretch myself beyond my comfort because that's what it warrants. I'm just not boxing myself, guys. That's the only difference. Otherwise, I still have hopes. I still have dreams. I still have aspirations. I still have things that I'm sure I'm going to achieve. I think the manner in which I do that is what is going to be slightly different. In terms of the channel, I still strongly believe that money is a resource and we need to manage it better in order to use it to accomplish the things that we want to do and the things that we love. So I'm still going to be sharing financial content on the channel. I think the only different thing might be execution. For example, we have a membership now that is up and running again, which I'm really excited about. I decided to super simplify it. You can click the join button and find out what that's about. But I'm really excited about that side of the channel because it's going to allow me to interact in a live environment with some of my subscribers and really get to the root of what the problems are and how I can help them unpack and solve them. I get a lot of DMs about what do I do in this situation, and it's similar DMs from people. So I just feel like I could get us in a room, man, so we can tackle these things together, in a safe environment that's not recorded, that's not live, that's not going to expose you. So that's just I suppose a sneak peek into what the membership on the channel is going to be about, but you'll get the info when you click the join button. So I am excited about that. There are things that I'm going to embark on. It's just that it's a new year and an old me. I'm going back to the things I've always wanted to do and I'm getting better at the things that I got right. Okay, that is literally the only difference. And yeah, man, please let me know again, if you haven't already, what are your thoughts about the new year? What are some of the things that you're looking to achieve? So for me, vision board, I'm not going to be doing that. Goals, detailed goals, I'm not going to be doing that. But those methods are effective. Please don't watch this video and think that there's no need to do a vision board or there's no need to detail your goals. A strong part of me will always be the person that I am, which means that even when I don't physically write down goals or do a vision board, there's a lot that I've adopted from doing that will probably carry on with me beyond even what I'm conscious of, if that makes sense. So those methods do work. They've worked on a number of things for me. So definitely don't cut them out. I just wanted to come back, guys, and close out the video. What I was not going to do was start it all over again. I was not going to start it all over again. Remember, this year we are flowing. This year we are doing things that come easily to us, and we are really just pouring our heart into what we do and putting in our best, and the best I could do was come back up to finish the video, not start it all over again, especially because I'm already halfway through editing it. So you guys can get it on the day that I record it. That's another thing. You're going to get it on the day that I record it, because another thing that's going to be different on the channel before I go is the fact that we're not going to have a set schedule. We're not going to have a certain number of videos every week. I'm not making any promises, guys. I think at the root, when I was reflecting, at the root of what I do, it's always been financial literacy for people who desperately desire financial freedom. YouTube is a platform that I found and that I use to deliver that. My 9 to 5 and the industry that I participate in is a a way and a platform for me to deliver that. The speaking engagements that I do, the live engagements I'm going to do for the VIP members on the channel, those are all ways, but I don't want to consume myself in, how I do that, what time I do it, the growth, the numbers, and all of that stuff. I think the most important thing is the golden thread. And that's what I'm going to set my eye on. And whatever comes out of that will come out of that. I really hope that you are eager for 2024 and you're really excited. I hope that everything that you hope and desire does come to fruition. I hope I covered everything that I had said in that 10 minutes that got muted. But as per usual, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a huge thumbs up. And if you haven't done so, consider joining us and consider joining the membership as well, so I can see you live in our engagements. Bye, guys.